I am live, and YouTube should also know that I am live, and it does know I am live. And today is 25th of June 2025, and right now it is Wednesday, and the time is 11:45 AM, just to put it out there. And now we can just begin. Yesterday we completed all these questions, and I have to do something about these three questions, but for now, let's move on. 2000 4-digit questions. Yeah. And one more thing, there is no competition for like in this week, and even I guess the next competition is at 36 days. Shit. The next competition is on 1st of July. Yep, this month no more competition. Today is 25th, Wednesday, as I said. And the next is next month. And I think I have an exam on that day, but that is cool. I'll give the competition. But I will not stream the competition. You cannot stream the competition. It is illegal to do that. Now, B, swap and delete. Okay, now I think they are going to get harder, so I have to pay more attention. You are given a binary string S, a string consisting only of zeros and ones. You can perform two types of operations on S. Delete one character from S. This operation costs 1 coin. Swap any pair of characters in S. This operation costs is free, 0 coins. Okay, you can perform these operations any number of times in any order. Let's name a string you have got after performing above operations as T. Let's name a string you have got after performing operations as T. The string T is good if each I from I1 to the length of T is such that Ti is not equal to Si. It, bracket T is the length of string T. The empty string is always good. Note that you are comparing the resulting string T with the initial string S. What is the minimum cost to make the string T good? Okay, I can swap any two elements. That would be cool. Okay, so what I would like to have is free. So the answer would be the absolute difference between how many ones there are and how many twos there are, or how many zeros there are. And shit, yep, cd, make the 1000 cd, shit, 1000. And now here we go. Here, this also go to 1000, and new I have an update, and then click here. Yep. I'm trying to think what the like edge cases could be. I only have zeros and ones, so that is cool. Yes, that is cool. Now I would like to iterate and go through the thing for auto C in S and int z and 1, and initially both are equal to 0, and if c equals 0, then 0 plus plus, else 1 plus plus, and c out absolute of z minus 0 backslash n. Fuck, okay. 1 1 and 4 for the last one. Why 4? I can swap. This can come here. This can go. Why is the answer 4 for the last one? For two ones are covered with two zeros. Wait, swap any pair of characters. This operation, any, I can swap any pair, right? That is good. The total size does not increase this. In the first test case, you have decided character T. Okay. In the second test case, you can, for example, delete second character. Mirrored. In this, I do not have to delete any character. I can swap straight. By pair, do they mean consecutive? One by one, that would make more sense. So this is the only one I can rotate. This pair and this pair, and then remove the remaining three ones and this zero. I can do nothing with that. Or shit, I swap this, I get a zero there and a win here, and then I can swap. But then I would get zero and one. Okay. Okay. So I have to see these intersection points. How many intersection points there are, and where it changes from 0 to 1 or from 1 to 0, and no, only from 0 to 1, but also from 1 to 0 if that is there. We one swap, we are cool, and then this is just 1. Swap this, I get a 0, so that will not be counted. But I would like to have 0 1 0 1 0 1, nothing. But then I might have 1 0 there, so swap, and we are cool. That is okay. That does make sense. Okay, okay. I need to find. Okay, the number of. Yeah, is this making sense? Yes. Rotate this and this 0. And for this, okay, that does make sense. Okay. Int uh, SW, like for switch. And now, instead of this loop, repeat list, start at I, go, start at 0, and go till s dot size, not just size but size minus 1, and do this. Now if current is 0, if either, yeah, if si equals 0 and we have si plus 1 equals 1, then we are cool. Look for this case, or look for when si equals 1 and si plus 1 equals 0. In both the cases, we have SW increased by 1, and then we can do I plus plus. Why I plus plus? So that if I'm here, I go there, then I plus plus. Nope. Yeah, and it would also increase then. So yeah, that is cool. And now the answer would be SW is the number of pairs that I can switch, and that would be cool. And all the remaining ones I would have to remove, unfortunately. C out s dot size minus 2 into SW, because SW is the number of pairs. The new line. Let's see, and that could work. Okay, gave 1 for this, but 2 for this. Instead, it should have been 0. But oh fuck, yes. I can take them anywhere, right? and I can switch this, then that one can come here and I would have a one here. Why is the answer for this thing 4? Then I can switch any number of times I want. So let's say I switch this and this, I get 0 1 0 here, and then I switch them, I get a 0 here and a 1 here, 1 here, 0 here and a 0 here, and then I can do the same thing and move the zeros there, and I can have a 1 here. These two would be 1 and these two would become 0, and then I can remove these two. What the heck? Why is the answer 4 in this case? You can perform these operations any number of times in any order. One character from a swap any pair of characters. This operation is free, cost 0. Let's say a string you have T. The string T is good. Shit, yes, SI. Okay, it has to start from starting. So can I can I put the ones that are not matching at the end? Ah, fuck, yes, makes sense. I can put these zeros here, and that would be it. All the ones would go towards the end, and I would have to delete 4 things. Yep, makes sense. Why it is 4? Because I can delete things from the start, but yeah, okay. Mhm. Yep. So, I mean, I get why logically this is 4, but how can I express that? How can I put it inside an algorithm? That would be cool. I see 1 and 1, and then I'll see, do I have corresponding zeros? I would say yes, I do have corresponding zeros. So yes, I have corresponding 0 for this. I have corresponding 0 for this. That is cool. Now, do I have corresponding 0 for this? These two. I do not have a corresponding 0 for this and not for this. So we are fucked. Yes. So that would be the answer. Okay, so do I have to go through the list one? What is the size? Add additional country and then put the length of the SS string does not exceed 2 into 10 power 5. Okay. Okay, first I can just go through the string and count the number of zeros and ones. Then, okay, right. Then I'll see if it is a 1, then I will decrease 1 from the number of zeros and okay. I guess that makes sense. Mm, okay, here, zeros and ones. Now, again, not like this, but I'll decrease the number of zeros and okay, it might go as low as it has to. And if I see if any one of them becomes 0, shit, then I see -1, yeah, then we are fucked, right? But then later I might see another 0, but those zeros are already done for. They already have a partner. So the answer would be the remaining ones. from, and that would be 4 in this case. 4 are the number of ones that I have. Okay. Uh, no, no, no. I have to decrease it from both the sides, right? Oh, right. No, no, no. Something is not adding up. This, and this. Okay, I need 1 0 for this and 1 0. And yes, 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 that makes sense. Okay, okay, I would need 1 0 for this and 1 0 for this. Do I have it? Yes, I do have. Do I have zeros for this? These? No, I can say, well, I can delete them. And then I go further and I see, do I have a 1 for this? Yes, I do. Right here, these two. Hmm. And I can put them there. But since I'm going from the start, yes, I cannot skip. Yeah, when the point comes that I do not have anything, then the remaining array is fucked. The remaining size would be the size that I have to delete. Repeat start 0 and go till s dot size, and if si equals 0, then si equals 0, and we have some zeros, then 0 minus minus. Else if si equals 1, and okay, when it is 0, I would like to have some 1, 1, and when it is 1, I would like to have some 0. And if it is 0, then do, if it is 1, then do this. And then else, if this is not the case, then answer, let's say answer, and answer equals 0 initially, let's say. And if this is the case, then I am at ith character. In this case, it will be like I am at the second character. Technically third, second. Wait, two are the ones that I have already done. Subtract that from the side. Okay, answer equals s dot size minus I, and break. Answer. Bruh, cool. This is called be swap and delete. Epic shots. Hello, I have seen you before here. Bro, please speak clearly so I can also hear or improve your sound. Is it audible? Is it better? I mean, I can only shout. That is the best I can do. I do not have a good mic. This is the mic that I have. Yep. Speaking clearly, yes, that is what I can do. Articulating my thoughts. Please do it. By clearly you mean, is it okay now? By clearly you mean, is there a technical problem or just the way that I'm speaking? And if it is the way that I'm speaking, I would like to improve it. And if it is something technical, then I would have to wait till I can get some money to buy a better mic. You are given an array of integers from A1 to an and a number k. Well, first of all, before moving onward, I would like to see what the ideal solution for the last one was in the tutorial. Let's see. Swap and delete. Let's count the number of zeros and ones in S, C and T, and in C and T 0 and C and T 1 correspondingly. Since T consists of characters from S, then T will contain no more than CNT zeros and CNT1 ones. Okay, let's build T greedily. That makes sense because I am just taking in whenever I need, whatever I need. Since we always compare T with prefix of S, suppose that the length of T is at least 1. It means that T1 must be different from S1. So if S0, we must set T1 equals 1. So let's check that we have at least 1 or CNT greater than 1. Take 1 and replace it and place it at T1. Case S1 equal to 1 is the same. After placing T1, we can analogically try to place T2, and so until we run out of necessary digits or build the whole string out of length S bar. We have built the longest possible string T n S 0 times. So the answer is this. Okay, yeah, cool. It sounds just like you are mumbling or something. Okay, I think it is because the way that I'm speaking. I can work on that. Like, okay, I will try to be deliberate and clear cut with my words. And yeah, I do mumble at times, and that is partly subconscious. Now, this is, I've done this one. Now, raspberries, Raspberry Pi. You are given an array of integers from a1 to an and a number k, which is between from 2 to 5 and inclusive. In one operation, you can do the following. Choose an index from I from 1 to n, set ai to ai plus 1. Okay, find the minimum number of operations needed to make the product of all the numbers in the array this divisible by k. Okay, I can only increase, that should be simple, the minimum number of operations. Okay, that should be simple. First I get the length n and then k and then the array itself. Okay, this is simple, this is easy. Boilerplate 11. And what are the size limits? They're fine, 10 to the power 5 and stuff like that. And k is always between 2 and 5. That is also good. Yes, int n and k, right? And c into n and k, right? And also c to get the current number, and also answer which is 0 initially, and then repeat less I starting from 0 and till n, doesn't matter where it goes. Take the current number, and what I have to do is answer plus equals the remainder k minus the remainder, right? That is how much more I need here, right? K minus c remainder k. Is that correct? If k is 3, yeah, remainder 1, then I would need 2 more. Yes, that does make sense. C out, answer, then new line. Let's see, and it is wrong. Fuck. The first one says 2, and I am saying 5. The only operation I can do is increase AI, and I have to make it every element divisible. Make the product divisible. Fuck. Okay, I needed to make the product divisible, and the product would be divisible if I have at least one number that is divisible by k. Fuck. Okay, and yeah. So the answer should not exceed the value of whatever k is. Okay. So what I can do is answer equals minimum of either answer or k minus k minus a remainder c remainder with k, right, and c out answer with a new line, and here do this. Answer is initially equal to k because answer will never exceed k because I'm always adding something that is lower than k, making it equal to something that is lower than k. Wrong answer, what the heck? If the remainder is 0, that also makes sense. If the remainder is 0, let's go to third last case. This is the last, second last, and third last. 5, it is already there, so yeah, I outputted 5. If if k minus int current is k minus c remainder k, and if current is and current is lower than answer, then answer equals current. So it will never become equal to 0. Wait, wait, wait. It and current not equal to k. Yes, not equal to k. If current not equal to k and current is lower than answer, and this thing is wrong. Yep. Whatever my remainder is, that thing subtracted from k, but if the remainder is 0, then I do not want to do that. I get the remainder and subtract it from k if and only if remainder does exist. FC remainder k question mark. If remainder is, then subtract this, otherwise 0. Other shit. If remainder is, then give k minus the remainder, otherwise 0. Otherwise 0, and it would never be equal to k. Yes. Right, and I can do is this, right, and answer equals minimum of this thing and answer. Wrong answer, but only for these. Okay, 1 to 0. Fifth case is wrong. 1 2 3 4 5. 5k is 4. I can increase this by 3, this by 3, this by 3, this by 3, 3 and 3. Answer should be 3. Answer is 3, but the actual answer they are saying is 2. If I add 2 to this, it becomes 11. No good. 2, 2, oh, uh, shit. Yes, yes. Fuck. K is 4, then I need at least 2 twos, and fuck, yeah. If k is 4, then it is a special case. If yeah, because 4 is not a prime number, and 4 is the only edge case that I would have to deal with in this case, because k is only from 2 to 5, and the 4 is the only non-prime number there in that range. So if k is 4, I can have another different loop. If k equal 4, but that is like fitting it too much. uh, I can just look at the tutorial afterwards. Now yeah, if k equals 4, then repeatless I from 0 to n, and I am seeing, looking for something, take in c n c, and if c remainder 2, if like not c remainder 2, if I do not see a remainder, then it means I have even number. Then answer equals, answer just make it plus plus. Now after the loop, if answer equals, no wait, answer equals 2 minus answer minimum of either 2 minus answer or 2. 2 is the maximum thing that I can have. Minimum, but it could be negative. Yeah, shit. If answer less than equal to 2, if it is equal, then answer is 0. If answer is less than 2, then answer becomes equal to 2 minus answer, else answer equals 0. Let's see, and wrong answer. Cool. Still for the fifth one, fourth one, I gave 0. K equals 4, then do this. Otherwise, don't do anything. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Here only I do not have any even numbers, so the answer should have been 2, but it is apparently 0. If there is a remainder, I make it equal to 0. Yeah, if the current number is odd, if remainder is off, is 0, then make it equal to 1 and increase answer. And then I see, yes, answer equals answer minus 2, and answer is initially fucking hell, nothing. Okay, that was my mistake. It's still wrong answer for the fourth one. Fuck. It is outputting these, and these are the cases when k is equal to 4. For the fifth one, this. All of these are odd numbers, and k is equal to 4. All of these are odd numbers. I less than from 1 to n. Take in the current number, then do this, that is increase answer. The number of even numbers there are, answer will become to the number of even numbers that I have. And if not odd, which means if even, then increase answer. Which do you think is better? And I use Brave. And bro, can you tell me what is GitHub? GitHub is a place where you can upload your code. It is like Yeah, it is like Instagram for programming. You upload your stuff in Instagram, you upload your videos or photos. On GitHub, you upload your code. Anyone can see your code, and yeah, they can make a copy of it and make changes to it and suggest you changes in your code, and you can merge their changes into your code, and that is called pull request. Shastra, CSC, core, or ITDM, smart manufacturing. I guess CSC core. I do not know about smart manufacturing. What is smart manufacturing? I don't know. Sid, the IT guy. Hey, this is in competitive programming, right? Yep. Nice going, my man. Yep. Thank you. You in already, bro? You use Neo. Yep. I knew I use Neo, and that is pretty cool. So big fan. The IT guy. Shit. I do not know if I am supposed to know you. I don't know. Let's see.
Hello devs, Sid here, and I posted my
Okay, shit. You do upload videos, and that is cool. I have not watched your content. Okay, Laravel, PHP, Laravel, Node Express, and Nest.js. Laravel, I guess, is a framework, PHP framework for websites, right? Yeah. Hey, that is cool. Big people are coming in my chat. That is pretty fucking cool. And new him, by the way. Now, but there is something wrong with this. If answer is less than 0 and initially answer is equal to 0, if answer is less than 2, which it should be, I'm counting this even numbers, and there are no even numbers in the thing, then answer should remain 0. Hmm. C remainder 1, 2. Take the current integer, find the remainder with 2, and if there is some remainder, take not. That means a remainder can only be 1. So if not 1 means 0, so I will not go into this thing and not increase answer. Mm, Shit. And problem is coming only these cases where k is equal to 4, and always the answer is coming out to be 0. Mm, Answer is coming out to be 0 in all the cases, which means I'm going in this case. That is, answer is getting larger because fuck, answer is initially equal to k. Shit, here answer is initially equal to k. Okay, my bad. So answer equals 0. Not here, but here. And this thing goes in here. Now, shit. Now, so we are not good to go. Is 1 and 2 here. If I have one number that is even, then I only need to increase one other number, or yeah, one other number. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, and this is shit. From bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth last case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sixth. This one and this one. Okay, here I already have 4. Okay, yes, shit. The even number could be a multiple of 4 itself. Yep, that makes sense. And if it is a multiple of 4, then the answer should be 0. Yeah, yeah. Yes. If remainder by 2 is something, then do this. Uh, if not C remainder by 4, then answer plus equal 2. That is, I have two twos. And now, okay, only this one. 1, 2, 4, 5, sixth case, the same one, which is which one? This one, I guess, yes. This one. Yeah, for this answer should be 0. And I guess it is this one. This is the one I have to look for. This one. Mm-hmm. Shit, yes, if I increase uh, any of these number by 1, I would get 4. That makes sense. So yeah, okay, okay. Let me change the whole logic here for 4. If it is 4, then I will see if the current number is even or not. I at least find two even numbers, or I find a multiple of 4 itself. That would be cool, which would mean, yeah, add 1, 4, okay. If I get any two even numbers, then also, okay, let's say int 2's equals initially 0, and if c remainder 2, if not, then I can, yeah, no, it would be fine, it would be fine. If it is 2, then 2 plus plus, but if not c remainder 4, then 2's plus equals 2, and if it is 2, then we are good to go. But let me also keep uh, the minimum thing, like the same thing that I'm doing here with the answer. Answer is initially 0, but let's change it to be initially equal to a, and the alignment is messed up. Yep, now it is cool. Yes, inside, after taking it, answer is minimum of c k remainder. Question mark k minus the same thing as below, k minus c a, yeah, or 0. Does this make sense? I'm looking for if there is 1 or 3. Yes, that would be the only answers in case when k is equal to 4. 1 or 3, or 1 or 3 or 2. Yeah, 2 if I'm increasing like two numbers. So 3 would not be the answer. At least if I have at least two elements in my array, I can make both of them equal to even. And that would be cool. Now here, I should have 1. Yeah, I will see if there is a, if c remainder with 4 equals 1, then answer equals 1. Now, if 2's greater than, if 2 is less than, if 2 is greater than equal to 2, then we are good to go, and answer is 0. Else, if it is not, it, I mean, then 2's is less than, is either equal to 1 or 2. In that case, I'd like to see answer. So if 2 is 1, then answer would be 1. And if 2 is 0, then I would see the current value of answer, if it is 1 or not. If it is 1, then the answer is 1. If it is 0, then the answer would be 2, to increase two numbers to get two even numbers. I hope that is making sense, I guess. So how do I check it? If 2's equal to 1, if I have only 1, 2, then answer is 1. But if I don't have any 2's, then the answer would be either 2 or 1. Shit. Else, if 2's equals 1, then answer equals to 1. So, like, I don't have to do anything here. If not 2's, then answer equals minimum. Uh, answer equals what? If answer is already something, if answer is 1, then 1, else 2. Shit. I messed up. Choose this, then answer 0. Else if not choose, I do not have any choose, then the answer is either equal to 0, or if answer is 1, which should be C remainder by 4 equals 1. Make answer equal to 1, and if answer is 1, then keep it 1. Otherwise, if answer is 0, then make it equal to 2. And what is answer? Answer is the number that I have to increase. Shit. Why is this thing now equal to 1? And 1 and 0, 1 and 0. Shit, why did this broke? Second last. This one. This is equal to 5. This should not have broken, but it did. Answer was initially equal to k. Wait, what the heck did it break? Why is it 3 here in this case? Answer is 4. Why is it 3? Minimum of c remainder k, which is the current remainder. I'm seeing if there is a remainder, then do this. Remainder or the answer. Answer initially is equal to k. Answer is k, either k, which is, it should be 5 in the first case, and then remainder would be 1. And yes, it is, remainder is there, then do k minus 1, which should be 4, and otherwise if there is no remainder, then 0. Yes, makes sense. And then answer. Why did this break? Shit. So my history tree is gone. I haven't made any changes there. Answer initially is equal to k, and then if it is 2, then see this. Yes, do that. At least this much should be working. I wanted this much break. These are the only cases where answer is equal to 4. That is cool. If k equals 4, then do this thing, whatever this is, and else do all of this. Now, what is here? Int 2's initially 0. Then a loop is starting at 0, going up till n less than n, and cn to see if C, yo, if not C remainder 2, that is the current number is even, then 2's plus plus, and then if not C remainder 4, then 2's plus equals 2. And this would not cause any problem because if it is 4 at any point, then it does not matter what exact value 2's has, it can be any value then, right? So for this, and also if the remainder is 1, that is the thing that I would like to keep in mind. If C remainder 4 equals 1, then answer equals 1. And then we are talking. Now, if 2 is greater than or equal to 0, then answer is 0. We don't have to care about it. And then else if 2's, if it is equal to 1, then if it is equal to 1, then I only need 1, 1. And can the size of the array be equal to, what is the minimum size of the array? The minimum size of the array is 2. So, okay, that is good. The minimum size of the array is 2. So I have at least 2 elements. So then answer is 1, any case, whatever it is. Else answer should be depending on what answer is. If answer equals 1, then answer becomes equal to 1. Otherwise, I do not have any 2's and I do not even have any remainder 3. So answer is 2. Let's see, and wrong answer. Fuck. The fifth one from the starting. My answer is 1, their answer is 2. Fifth one from the starting. Top down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My answer is 2, their answer is, my answer is 1, their answer is 2. And this should not be 1. If remainder, fuck. If remainder is 3, right? Bruh. Correct. See Raspberry. Shit. This should not have taken this long. This is pretty bad. Shit. Uh, I would like if you would not spam. Yes, Laravel is PHP framework. Data science. Shit. How do I put user in timeout? Yep, 5 minute timeout. That is cool. I have the power here. Will C++ still have demand in the market? I don't know about the market, but I like C++. It is very close to the what actually is happening underneath in the computer. And if someone knows, then they can tell. That would be cool. How to start DSA in C++? Want to be a HFT developer? How to build logic building? I don't know what is HFT, but you can start DSA by doing this thing. Driver's sheet. This is what I am doing. I only just 11% done. That is bad, but yeah, this is what I am doing. And also there is one more thing, advent of code. This you can do. This is pretty amazing and pretty engaging, curious, and this helps you in developing logical thinking skills. Here you will find problems, then read the problem, take the input, puzzle input. They give you inputs and you have to write a program to solve it and then input the answer here. That is pretty cool. What is the question? This is the question. It is still running due to some reason. And to increase the font size, it is barely visible. Okay, okay. I guess now it would be fine. And hello, Saik Naya Rasol. Hello. If I made the pronunciation was right. Is this lead code question? No, this is Girdhar. Bhai. This is uh, Code Forces question. And cybersec CP. Yep, CP. Ali Reza Firoza. Ali Reza Jafri. Hello. Which software is it? It is. This is Vim. Like I'm working on terminal and my terminal is Ghosty. And Ghosty is written in Zig by a man who is very competent. This is accepted. That is cool. Yeah, who wrote Ghosty? Uh, oh no, it is open source. So yeah, Michelle Hashimoto. Michelle Hashimoto, he has a very good background, I guess. The co-founder of Hashi Corporation, he developed Ghosty as a personal project, building it with Zig for Linux and Swift for Mac OS. Okay, so the one that I'm using, it is in Mac OS, so it is written in Swift. Ghosty is cross-platform native terminal emulator known for its speed and features. For how many years are you doing competitive? This is my 13th video. That is my whole competitive programming history. And corporate ladka. Okay. 1 Tor. Do you have any target and how you consistently keep the same target? Because my target changes in every 2 day. I have learned many languages but not able to reach DSA level because of changing targets. Well, you are able to see the problem yourself, so you can just solve the problem yourself by not changing your target and think about when you are choosing something, think about will you change your target after 2 days? Is this something that you would change? And if it is something that you would change, then try finding some target that you would not change. And if you cannot find any target that you are able to stick to, then force yourself to stick to something. Then just pick one thing and go with it. Instead of finding the best thing, then just pick something and go with it. Then Langra cricket update. Hello, how start as a complete beginner. Do this thing. CS50 by Harvard. This is an amazing course for beginners who want to get started in computer programming, and this is taught by teachers at Harvard, David J. Malin. Yes, here David J. Malin, Brian Yu, and Doug Lloyd. They are like amazing teachers, and this is by Harvard for complete beginners, and this is completely free. 6 million people have taken this course, more than 6 million, and I am one of them. So that is my advice for complete beginners. And moving on to the next question. Helmets in night light. Shit. Okay. Park Chanik. Shit, this guy, I have seen him before. His name, this is the second reference to this guy on Code Forces. Park Chanik is the chef cook. Wait, is this an actual name? No, it is just made up. Park Chanik is the chief of a village named Kuntian. On one night filled with lights, Park Chanik has a sudden and important announcement that needs to be notified to all of the N residents in Kuntian. First, Park Chanik shares the announcement directly to one or more residents with a cost of P each person. After that, the residents can share the announcement to other residents using a magical helmet-shaped device. However, there is a cost for using the helmet-shaped device. For each eye, if the ith resident has got the announcement at least once, for each eye, if the ith resident has got the announcement at least once, either directly from Parkchanik or from another resident. He can share the announcement to at most AI other residents with a cost of BI for each share. Ith resident can share. Oh yeah, I will have two arrays, one for the resident number of people that this resident can spread the message to, and BI. Okay. If Parkchanik, BI would be the cost for the ith resident to spread the message to AI residents. If Parkchanik can also control how the residents share the announcement to other residents, what is the minimum cost for Parkchanik to notify all the residents of the Khunpien about the announcement? Okay, I would have two arrays. Okay, that is the size of A, that is the size of, oh no, that is the initial cost. Okay, each input T, yes, the first line contains two integers N and P between less than 10 to the power 5, the number of residents and the cost for Parkchanik to share the announcement directly to one resident. The second line contains n integers ai to an, the maximum number of resident that the ith resident can share the announcement to. The third line contains n integers bi, that is the cost for the ith resident to share the information to one another person. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Park Chanik, first of all, has to tell the information to one person, I guess. So three would have to be added. And which resident has the minimum cost? This one. And there are total six residents. So one is done, and I need five more. This person can announce the information to two more, three, and total cost for that would be 3 plus 4, 7. And then the next least cost is 3, and I need 3 more. So 7 plus 3, 16. Is the answer 16? Fuck. Yes, is the answer is 16. Let's do the same for this. So 94. First of all, I have to add 94. Then the second least cost is 57 and to 3. So shit. 3 into 57 plus 94. That would be 150 plus 171 plus 94, 175, 165, 265. Yes, yes, yes. 265. So that is cool. Okay. That should be doable. See, there are chats. Thank you. You're welcome. Boilerplate 11, int n and a and c, and that's it. Take into n and into k. Then do I need to store the things? Yeah. Store, and do I want to sort the array? Mm, mm-hmm. Do I want to sort the array? Sort the array, sort. I'm adding it so I can choose a data structure which takes in an integer and keeps it sorted. What is that container? What container could do that? Heap, uh, heap in C++, heap in C++, standard template library, and there is a thing called heap. Vector make heap begin and end, and then oh, not front. No, no, no. Heap, push heap. Yes, 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 yes. No, 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 no. Dot pushback 50. Heap just after pushback, and then push heap, make heap, and then I can do push heap. Hmm, hmm, Okay. So vector of integers, it will be called A and B, and Okay. I also need to know the corresponding uh, number of people that he can go to, which is shit. Pair, yeah. Mm, mm, I cannot even sort it. Shit, I would have to give a sorting function if I'm going to do that. Can I do in square things? Yeah, 1 second is all that I have, and in 1 second, sorting something of this size will be cool. Mm, yes, I think that is doable. I can make a pair, a vector of pairs instead of two vectors. A vector of not of integers but of pair. Vector of pair like this, I guess. Integer. Yeah, no. Nope. Pair, not furry. Pair, and it will be called a. Shit, not like this. Replace this, and yeah, cool. A vector of pair of pairs. Okay, and then I would like to sort it at the end, but for now, repl, and yeah, also a size. Size is n. That is cool. Start at 0, 1, go up till n, and cn, take in the current element, and then shit. How can I make it a pair? Okay, yes, I can make it a pair. A 0 dot first equals c. Yes, and then go through the same thing again, and instead of first, now it will be second and not 0. A of I. Or can I do this? C A I dot second. Yeah, I can do that. Cn AI dot first. And now I have to sort this thing. Hmm. Bro, I was thinking of starting a YouTube channel to keep me accountable. I started with basic DSA a week ago and facing issues with daily practice. Any advice? I was thinking of streaming daily. Yeah, you can stream daily. That is cool. To solve 3 questions. Any advice for it? Yes, just stream daily. So you have to see what the problem is, which is making you not able to stream. And just keep in mind that if you have to stream, then you have to stream. If you are making any excuses now to not stream right now, you would make the same excuses later and you would not stream later also. So if you know a good idea, then you should have a very, very good excuse to not execute it, right? And fear should not be an excuse. Fear or laziness or something like that. You have to be very self-aware. Now sort. How to sort a vector in C++ with a custom function. How to yep, vector compare taking in two persons. Wait. Example sorting integers in descending order. Compare. Okay, this is one example for sorting persons object. This thing. This will return a bool. Right, and I can give a okay. Third thing it takes is the function. Okay, sort a dot big or shit. You know this all a shit. I, don't I have it? All a? Yes, shit. I do have it. All a, all x dot begin x dot end. Unexpected. Okay, shit. Yes. This thing. Sort, no matching function, call to sort. Is it because of this? Yes, now it is free. And let me change it here also in my vimrc. Change this, remove this. Now we are good. Yes. So, wait, what the? Where is the sort thing? Raspberry, a swap and delete elements in the night. Yes. And now to give a function, custom function, how do I give a lambda function in? I think like this. And how for descending order, I need to make them in ascending order. First one has to be smaller. So x dot first smaller than x dot second. Undeclared identifier. Ah, lambda function in C++. Let's see, lambda expression in C++, not a lambda function. Return this the parameter, then a return type, and then the thing. Defining a lambda. Auto res equals this, and this, and then this. Okay, what is this thing? Capture clause. I guess that has to be empty. Then integer x. I don't know. This something like this, and x is a pair of integer pair. Expected this. Shit. Okay, that is how you define a lambda function. But if I remove this expected expression, okay, lambda function, it is sorted now. Now, int cost initially equals k, that is just the initial cost, and then I can do n minus minus, and now way down we go. Now while n, while I do have an n, what I'll do is take the first one. No, I will make a simple loop. I repeat, less than I 0 till n, but I reduced n. So there is n, and yeah, there is n. Okay, n left is n minus 1. Go till n, and there I have a dot I, that is the first resident with the least cost, ai dot second, and cost plus equals to ai dot second. This thing has to be multiplied with ai dot ai dot ai dot first is the cost, and ai dot second is the number of residents that this person is going to talk to, announce to. But it might be greater than n, so I have to see about that. So and ANN would like announced. So left, how many there are left, uh, minus AI dot second, The difference, lift minus AI dot second. If I have 5 lift, no, shit, yeah, AI dot second, AI dot second. Okay, shit. Uh, if left greater than AI dot second, then AI dot second. Otherwise, if it is not, then AI dot second minus left. It could be 0. Yeah, sure. No, no, no. In that case, just left, just left. In that case, left. Yes, in that case, just left. Otherwise, AI dot second. Mm-hmm. Yep. And multiply this thing dt. This multiply this thing by ann, and left minus equals ann. And cost keeps increasing, and at some point, if left, if not left, then break and see out cost with a new line. I guess this is causing problem. Yep. Uh, Lambda function SDK string comparing. What the heck? Shit, yes. Pair int y. Yeah, the function signature is wrong. It does work, and this says 8, this says 87, 97. Initially cost is equal to k, and wait, this says 8. The first one. So 3 plus, let me see what the output of the sorted thing was, but no, no, no. Left is n minus 1, and then if not f left, then break, and cost keeps increasing. AI dot first, that is the cost, right? No, shit, what is the cost? Is cost the first thing or the second? Shit. First is the number of people, and second is the cost. So second, second, and here first, first number of people, and first, first, and here second, which is the cost. CVP run, and correct answer. That is cool. A helmet and night light. Let's see. I guess this might work. A helmet and night submit. Let's see. डेटा साइंस का बारे में I don't have any idea about data science. I have heard about data science only in Prashant Dhawan's video, and that is my only source for data science. I don't know about data science, like from where you can read. Maybe Harvard also provides some free course on data science. You can look into that. And otherwise, I don't know much about data science. I have not read about data science. Wrong answer on the first one. This is the initial cost, and this, and then I'm looking for minimum. Minimum multiplied by this. Yes, shit. My answer is it? My answer is larger than that. Is it? Because it is not integer, but rather something else. No, it is integer. 10 power 5 is integer. That is cool. 10 power 5 will be integer. That is cool. But maybe I can do cost equals 6 integer. Let's see. I guess that would still not work. Hmm. Yes, wrong answer on the first one. Why is it wrong? I am taking the thing and sorting it. Either less than or equal to. And but this wouldn't mean anything. This wouldn't like make any difference. And I'm going from left to right. From the smallest to the biggest. And I'm seeing if the number that is left is if it is greater than the number of people that this current person can announce to, then put ANN announcing equal to A first. Otherwise, make it equal to left, right, left, right, left. And then do this. Then keep reducing ANN from left. And then at the end, break. Yep, yep. This should have worked. If not left, then break. But the cost is wrong. Anti pair return XY pair. I can play with this on my own. Let's see. This is the input. This thing and the one above. This thing not have paste. And this. Shit, why is it power M? One power. What the heck is that? One and 7 to 1 and 7. Yeah. So there are a lot of these numbers 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. But I need to get this message to 17 people. So one for this 7 to 72217 plus 1 into 72217 72217. Wait, I have number that is smaller than that. That is also cool. The first one is the number of people that we can get to. What about the ones after it? 8, 9, 8. Is that the correct answer? 8, 9, 8, 14, 4, 9, 0, 9, 9, 8, 1. 8, 9, 8, 14, 4, 9, 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. 4, 9. Yeah, so it is messing up in larger numbers. Why? Did I not read the question properly? He wants to announce to all the people. Okay, first, Park Chanik shares the announcement directly to one or more residents with a cost of P. Okay, if Park Chanik's cost himself. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense. That does make sense. Park Chanik can go out and tell everyone about the thing. Okay. Cost A or second. If AI is lesser than Park Chanik's cost, which is K, then only do all of these things. What is the round binary operation? Yeah. A dot. What is the cost? No. First is the cost. If it is less than this, else if Park Chanik is more efficient than these people, then cost plus equals A or left into K and left equals 0. That makes sense. I think that should work. But that is crazy. Wrong answer on test 2. Again, fuck. In the first one. Shit. Mine is higher. Why? If it is less than or even equal to, then do this. And then I will come back the next time and see what is. Ah, if AI dot first, which is the cost, if it is less than or equal to K, which is Park Chanik's cost, then do this. Otherwise, cost plus equals left, the number of people left, into K, that is Park Chanik, left 0, if not left and 0 and big. Yeah, dot first, which is the cost. If the cost is lower than Park Sonic's cost, then do this cost plus equals I dot second. I am stupid. Cost is second. Shit, fuck, my bad. Cost is second, and see the cost is lower than Park Sonic's cost, then do this. Otherwise, do this, and don't even bother with this. Just do this. Let's see. Submit. Yo, wrong answer on test 3. Some progress. Why? Overflow. But it is 6. Is it smaller than what is required? 3. Ah, maybe, maybe. Outpost this, and this is the number of people. Uh, this is the cost. And this is pretty big number of people, initial cost, and shit, I don't even see the. Okay, let me do something crazy. Left should not doesn't have to be less than equal to 6 because it is not going to be greater than n. Yeah, and n is 10 power 5, which is very much within range. But anyway, this is also cool. Left is cool. Second cool. To integer. Okay, let me do this. Uh-huh. Dollar S. No. Question mark S. No. Percent S. Yes. And int with int 6 globally. Mm. Ah, shit. Okay, okay. It also changed here. Int 6, int 6, int make them equal to it. Ah, shit. Okay. Main must return integer. Right. Overflow should be solved by this. Let's see. Hmm. Shit. Fuck. Time limit exceeded because of sorting. Because of sorting, that is the longest thing I'm doing. Fuck. Because of sorting. How many residents are there in the fourth case? Same as the residents here. Shit, so it might not be sorting. It might be something else. I can go through the whole thing, go again and again and again and again. No, 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 no. Mm, mm, Fuck. Time limit exceeded. 1 hour 30 minutes. Time limit exceeded. What can I do? Let's look at the tutorial. Or before that, let me think. Time limit. Why is time limit exceeding? My guess is because of sorting. Do not use mouse on Vim. My guess is because of sorting, time limit is exceeding. Or, or, or maybe because of this. Cost has to be int 6. That is self-explanatory. This does not have to be int 6. And okay, where are the other declarations? This, I think this is the thing. Could be the thing, I don't know. Increasing the time limit. This, yes, yes, yes. This NK and C are also there. Cost is the only one that is big. Add to cost and into this thing. It might be pretty big. No, it cannot be pretty big. Could be. No, no, it is not. Mhm. I guess this is cool. Okay, what is the exact thing that is causing this negative number error? And this number is not that big. Three places, three more, and three more. So 10 power 5. It is 10 power 5 too big. Int 6 and make it like unsigned. Int 6. What? Where? Unsigned. Int 64. Yes. Cost equal to k. int 60. What the heck is 65? Int 60. Wait, where is my LSP? LSP is here. Keyword int. Shit, it is not working. Un How do I declare unsigned int long in C++? Unsigned long int. Unsigned. Unsigned long. Okay. Unsigned long cost equals k. That does work. Does it work here? And it does work here, but does it work here? It should. I don't know. It should. Runtime on test 5. Exit code is crazy. Okay. Exit code is pretty big and negative, so long is not big enough. And double cannot be signed or unsigned. Let's see. I'm typecasting this thing, which is cool. Yep, which is cool. Wait, I don't actually have to do this. Submit. Boom. Yep. Wrong answer on test 2. Shit. What the fuck? Because I made it equal to double. Int 128. Nah, is not available in most magazines. Int 64 128. Int 6. Convert this thing in 26. And hopefully this thing works. Submit. A lot of submissions. And I think it is because I'm getting negative answer. Yeah, I'm getting negative answer due to some reason. Int 6 is not long enough. Long, very long. Integers in C++. Long. Shit, that is pretty huge. Long. And unsigned long is even huger. Yeah, let me use unsigned long. Unsigned long. Now we should be good to go, and I can, I guess, remove this. Yo. SD and okay. How many bits does long have? I think 64. So why is it different from int 60? Shit. Not wrong answer, but probably the solution is integer overflow for long. Mhm. Cannot be expressed in this thing into this thing. Wrong output format expected in 64, but this humongous number was found. Shit, this is way big. Um, Bruh. E submit define int long long. Yo, int will be used as long long in every case. That is cool. I have done this. Int 64 will be defined as that, or yeah, define. Ah, k, but unknown type int 60. Okay, here. Mm, no, that will not work. Int 64 was good enough. Int 64. It is just overflow problem. What is the answer in this case? Same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. Long, 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 long is giving error. Int 64, int 6, int 60. Well, let me make an equal to int 6. I think this should work because at least one of them is int 6. And what I'm thinking is that when I do multiply two integers and the answer is above integer, then I would get a negative number, overflow. But if one of them is int 64 would handle the thing. Or not. Find integer overflow. Fuck. Second into an. Fuck. Shit. Yup. Your overflow is cause k is int and your pairs are ints. K is integer and k, is it because of this? K is an integer, yes, and the pairs are also integers. Like pair second, it is also integer, and k is also integer. So don't think that is the problem. This is in pairs are integer. Like right here, pairs are integer, and k is also integer. And when I'm comparing them, then also it is k. In left, k, yes, this might be the thing. In left, when I'm multiplying two in, okay, both of these are integers in this case. I guess this could be the problem. Int 6k. A lot of submissions. Shit, oh, it's in the night. Yes. Runtime. So that was part of the problem. That is cool. But now we are getting to runtime problem. And exit code is a very big negative number. Runtime problem. Sorting. I guess I have to do sorting. Let's see. I will go to the tutorial and see is sorting like the thing that people have to do, or can we do without sorting? Tutorial elements. Notice that since there are n residents, there must be n shares. Yeah, that must mean something. Shares. There are two types of shares: a share directly by Pakchanik to a resident, okay, and a share by a resident to another resident, okay. A share by Pakchanik is unlimited, while a share by a resident is limited to AI. Yes, so there are unlimited shares with cost P for each, and there are limited uh, with AI shares with cost BI. In the beginning, no residents are notified about the announcement. So Park Chanik must once share once to some resident in the beginning. After that, since there are n-1 residents remaining, there must be n-1 shares. Theoretically, the lower bound of the minimum cost is the n-1 cheapest shares, including Parkchenix. Yes, turns out there are always a strategy to use n-1 cheapest shares to notify all n residents after the first shared by Parkchenix. The strategy is we share the announcement to the residents with the smallest values of BI first. Using the fact that AI greater than equal to 1, we can deduce that we will always have a resident with an available share. Yes, we can solve this using a simple sorting or a priority queue. Keep in mind about the unlimited shares with cost P. Yes, time complexity for each would be and log in. Yeah, so we do have to share. We do have to sort the thing and then find our answer. So sorting is necessary, and for sorting, this custom function was necessary because yeah, I cannot lose the order, right? I need to have it, and this is cool. Okay, less than equal to, and then int 6. mm, any suggestions? Yes, think of it this way: you are doing large multiplication of two integers. Yes, adding the result to a long. The result is casted as an integer though it's overflow, and you are adding the overflowed result in second. I'm multiplying here and here. Here, uh, okay, n is int 6, so that is cool. And now I have made k also equal to int 6. So I think int 6 has a higher priority, and that is why it should be cool. But right now the problem is uh, that it is taking a lot of time. In the fifth case, it is taking a lot of time. A runtime error. Wait, no. Shit, not a runtime error is that there is an error, not that it ran out of time. Goes on. Exit code is this, which is also overflow. This is also overflow. So yeah, I can make these into int 6, just the cost. Second, okay. Second is the one that I'm multiplying, and that is the one that I will be comparing. Second is the one that I'm multiplying here. Both are that, and left. Let me also make this one into an int 6. E. Let's see. Eric Lee. We have Eric Weinstein and shit, run time error on test 5. Eric Weinstein, Eric Rosen. There must be other Erics with a big negative number. Yeah. Int 6. Oh shit. No, I don't think this should be any problematic, but just in case. Yep, yep, yep. This isn't six, that is whole. Vector, pair, only the second one. Submit. And how long has it been? It has been 1 hour and 40 minutes. It is running. Hopefully, runtime error. Fuck it. I've only done 2 questions. That is horrible. Okay, I can do another one. Oh, yes, will be the last one for today. Artem suggested a game to the girl Olia. There is a list of n arrays where ith array consists of mi greater than 2 positive integers, ai1, ai2, ai3, aim, where ith array contains mi positive integers which are greater than 2. Only can move at most 1, possibly 0 integer from each array to another array. Note that the integer can be moved from one array only once. Note that integers can be moved from one array only once, but integers can be added to one array multiple times, and all the movements are done at the same time. The beauty of the list of arrays is defined as the sum of minimum, the sum of minimum. Okay, so from every array, I have to choose the minimum and sum all the minimum numbers from all the arrays. Okay. In other words, for each array, we find the minimum value in it and then sum up the values. The goal of the game is to maximize the beauty of the list of arrays. Help Olya win this challenge game. Each input, this first line of each test case contains an integer n at max 25,000, the number of arrays in the list. Okay, this is followed by descriptions of the array. Each array describing consists of 2 lines. The first line consists of a single integer mi and the number of elements in the ith array. Then the next line consists of this number of arrays in the list. Okay, I can have a vector of integers. The next line contains the array itself. It is guaranteed that the sum of mi over all the test cases does not exceed for 50,000. Is this important to me? The sum of mi over all the test cases does not exceed over 50,000. Okay, and then at the end I have to output for each test case, output a single line containing integer the maximum beauty of the list of arrays. Okay, and how the heck is the beauty 1 here in the second case? In this one, 1 means I have one array with 3 elements and minimum is 1, so that's cool. I have 3 arrays. First one is this, where the minimum is this. Hmm. Hmm. It would be pretty cool to spread out the minimum numbers from all the arrays. Take the minimum from this, the minimum from that, minimum numbers throughout. Bottom 3 numbers. Mm, Maximum would have been cool, but minimum. I have to look for the minimum numbers. Minimum. Mm, think. Okay. fourth, the minimum here is 5, the minimum here is 3, minimum here is 6, minimum here is 2, minimum here is 2. So, well, here the answer should be, well, here the minimum is 6, so that is cool, that's cool. Minimum is 5, minimum is 3, 6, 2, 2. Okay, and the second minimum in this is 8, which is greater than all the remaining minimums. So, yeah, I would have to know other things too. Yeah, shit. And n will not exceed 25,000. I will not have more than 25,000 arrays. Ah, fuck. I feel a bit tired, so shit, but I have to keep consistency. Strategic tactic. Right. Okay, I will be ending the stream now, but before that, I will be taking a quiz, online quiz on this thing, Jetpunk of Asian capitals or capitals of Europe. I did the last time, but now let's do Asian capitals. Yep. And if there are some people watching me, and if you have anything that you want to write in the chat, you can write it in the chat. And after this quiz, I will be ending the stream. That would be it for today. And what is my excuse for ending the stream? It has been about 2 hours, and right now I don't think. Yeah, the excuse is this. Either I can force myself to go on right now and not actually do something, but instead I could utilize that time by doing something that I would be better able to do right now. So that is the excuse. Afghanistan, Kabul, Armenia, Yerevan, yeah, Azerbaijan, Baku, Bahrain, Manila, Manama, Manama, Bangladesh, Thimphu, MPU, Thimphu's Bangladesh, Dhaka, Brunei, Delhi, Delhi is east. Brunei is something Bandar, हाँ, Bandar Seri, whatever. Cambodia, Vientiane. Cambodia is Phnom Penh. Yes, Phnom Penh. Ah, Phnom Penh. China, Beijing, Cyprus, Nicosia, Georgia, Tbilisi, Tbilisi, India, Delhi, Indonesia, Jakarta, Iran, of course, people know it now, Tehran, Iraq, Baghdad, Israel, Jerusalem, Japan, Tokyo, Jordan, Amman, Kazakhstan, Astana, Kuwait City, Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek, Lebanon, Beirut, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Maldives, Male, Mongolia, Ulan, 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 Ulan Batar, म्यांमार कुआलालंपुर ना म्यांमार नौपेडो NYI नहीं पे नए पेडो नहीं पेडो NAYPYID नहीं पेडो नेपाल काठमांडू नॉर्थ कोरिया प्योंगयांग प्योंगयांग ओमान मुस्कैट पाकिस्तान इस्लामाबाद कतार दोहा सऊदी अरेबिया रियाद रियाद सऊदी अरेबिया इज रियाद रियाद Shit. Okay, Singapore, Singapore, South Korea, of course, Seoul, Sri Lanka, some Colombia is one, but the other is Sri Kote, Sri Jayawardhanepura Kote, Syria, Damascus, Taiwan, Taipei, Tajikistan, Dushanbe, Thailand, Bangkok, Turkey as Ankara, Turkmenistan, Ashgabat, Ashgabat, UAE, Abu Dhabi, Uzbekistan, Tashkent, Tashkent, Vietnam, Hanoi, Yemen, Sana, 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 Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, Riyadh, well, Riyadh, DH, right. That is cool. How do you keep track of concepts? Do you make notes? How can you remember all these capitals? Do you have test on it? No, I do not have any test. I just do quiz and then I remembered. And but to remember concepts, I'm solving and concepts keep repeating. It is just time. The more time you give them, the better it is. And try to remember concepts and not their implementations. Implementation you can just look up, but you have to know what sorting is and how it is done, in the sense that how theoretically it is done, but how to actually write it and do it, you can just look it up in the internet. It is just syntactical thing.